are you doing?
Do your spiel.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody.
We're tramping through the woods.
The backyardigans.
I thought it was like Dora.
Oh.
Into the thick of it.
Oh, right.
Into the thick of it.
I think that's backyardigans. Anyway,
Maybe.
hi everybody. How's it going? Everybody take bets on if the agents survive. We're at the end. You saw my book. I only have like 10 pages left.
It starts with one thing, and I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain the due time. All I know is that time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum slings. Watch it count down to the end of the days. The clock ticks life away.
So
that
unreal.
song was written for this campaign.
Okay, but here's the thing: is you might have 10 pages left, but how many times have you had to flip back to here? You were 4 fingers deep in there.
I had to look
Can we
up
start a rock band named
stuff.
4 Fingers Deep?
Fourth
4
knuckle.
fingers deep. What'd you say?
The fourth knuckle.
Oh, the fourth knuckle.
It'd be a punk band.
All right. So, temperature checks. How's everybody feeling? They feel a little hot and explodey.
Shell shocked.
Honestly, I think we've talked about this a lot, that I think we're all ready for whatever's going to come, whether that's the end, the deaths of our characters, or we make it to the palace. It is what it is at this point. I'm a little interested that I have a handful of dynamite now. That's an interesting prospect. And are we going to try and sneak into the palace and be like one of them? Am I going to have to keister fucking 12 dynamite sticks? Because that sounds like a lot. And dynamite sweats, so am I going to be farting out and it going...
Sounds like a normal Saturday afternoon for you.
No, I'm not... I'm at peace with whatever happens.
Okay. Ness.
I wonder if this is what gets us into the ball.
And things are like coming to you, interestingly. Like,
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on with her. I have a love-hate relationship with the different things that are appearing to me. Like, obviously the little girl was scary as hell, but being able to maneuver the boat with my mind, like, Vanessa's very much confused, but I think compartmentalizing it because she has an end goal. And so she's like, yeah, I'm going to process that later. I'm going to think about that later. We need to get to the end goals, but I'm really curious to see why this is happening to her.
mm-hmm. What's Veronica feel?
She feels the cold ground underneath her as she hit it
And
from that explosion.
Ears are bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, like on Saving Private Ryan. All right, hey, let's get into it, guys.
Let's do it. Delta Green, the role-playing game, is a horror-themed tabletop RPG that uses dice and collective storytelling to help shape the narrative of the game. The handler presents story elements and situations to the agents who have free agency to make choices that govern their characters' lives. In the context of this game, Delta Green is a covert agency embedded in the upper echelons of government to stop supernatural threats and to prevent those threats from ever being revealed to the world. We at DoomVision are playing Impossible Landscapes, a campaign of scenarios set in the world of Delta Green. Impossible Landscapes was written by Dennis Detweiler and published by Arcdream Publishing. For more information, please visit delta-green.com or arcdream.com. All information will be listed in this episode's description.
So, big explosion happens. That room that you were just in where you're talking to that mustachioed man, he's dead, hollowed out, blown up. You guys are kind of brought to the ground. And you're kind of ringing in your ears, just, you know. And, hi.
He was 2 days from retirement.
I was wondering why you were looking at
He
me.
had a family to support.
Such a nice mustache to go to waste, too.
Yeah.
You know how many rides that could have given?
You want to go back in and see if you can salvage the stash?
Oh my
Just cut his
god.
lip
I wanna
off.
tape it on my face.
Are you wearing another man's lips? No.
It's my fake mustache to get into the ball.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's you, Rodrigo, or whatever a good name would be for that. All right, so you look. One of the other apartments across the street has been also blown to pieces. It looks like the only way forward is through the wreckage of that room.
Wow, we've
Or
heard that before.
Apartment.
So, are we just seeing bombs being dropped, or are we seeing like active firefights now?
So like right now in the distance you hear gunshots and stuff. But there's nobody with guns right there next to you at the moment. You're just in the rubble of like an artillery shell explosion. And there was another one that went off nearby that is clearly like the only way to go is to go through that hollowed out building.
The only way out is through.
Yep.
Stay low and move quickly.
Okay. Make a sanity.
Stop masturbating.
So up to this point, you've been like ushered from place to place. At this point, you actually want to move somewhere. You have to make a sanity. Whoever's leading.
I'll lead.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Thank you for leading.
You're welcome.
All right. And I think you may have forgotten a very important fact.
You need to fail.
Take a willpower or one sanity or willpower.
You should have let me lead.
Jess is leading.
I rolled a
Vanessa's-
90.
Vanessa's leading, actually. I went to lead
And-
and she pulled me back.
She's like, no, kid, no, let me do this.
I
And
got this.
As you're about to go towards that area, it's almost like the building moves and shifts, and suddenly you stumble a little bit. And when you open your eyes again, you're, like the world is like kind of shaking around you, and then you see a man with a gunshot wound in his stomach. He's laying on the ground. He's pinned by gunfire. You can see bullets just like going by him. All right. And he's just he's reaching out, and his stomach is just splayed open. And so there's just sporadic gunfire from a sniper. Just
And we're standing right next to him?
you're standing like a little bit a ways, but you kind of a ways in the middle of the road, and so you're outside of the range of gunfire, but he's there.
We should just put him out of
And
his
he
misery.
sees you, and he says a strange word, and he keeps repeating it. He's like, "Nitty-gritty, nitty-gritty."
Nitty-gritty.
I need a translator.
Nitty gritty indeed.
What do you do?
I'm going to grab them and pull them against the side of a building so that we're not out in the middle of the street.
Okay.
Easy targets. I want to look around. Do I see another door that calls to me?
Okay. Make a search. Hearing like this sniper fire, just.
I got a 7%.
Okay. Yeah. So you see another building. It looks as though it's also been pounded by fire, but it's just right down a little alleyway from where you're at right now.
Can I maneuver to it and avoid the sniper?
Yes. Make a sanity to do that if you want to.
Fuck, I passed.
Can I try?
It's whoever's leading, so you go to that building down the alleyway, and all of a sudden you're back to like that hollowed out building that you originally.
I only passed by fucking 2.
Do you want to lead the way?
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, that hollowed out building that I mentioned before, you're back there again.
Okay. that's going to be close.
It's a critical something.
It's a critical fail by 1 point.
Oh, okay. All right. So you make it to this area, and looks like the windows have been blown inward. There's curtains flapping in the wind. And the paint on this building is slashed away by weapon fire. Glass is everywhere. You see 3 men in these garish red military uniforms sprawled across this sandbagged machine gun nest. And at a glance, like, you're just kind of looking around, you know. What is your... Jugs, what is your first aid?
70%.
Okay. You kind of look around, and with your first aid, you notice that one of the men is breathing, and they all have guns.
I think we should get the guns away from them.
Do they speak common?
And
So these are the king's soldiers. Is that what we're picking up? Do they have like the yellow symbol on their uniforms?
they have like these garish, like these red uniforms with white and parts emblazoned, and they kind of look like they're more like they're on their way to a parade than they are to a war. The other army appears to be maybe the rebels or something. They don't have the yellow sign emblazoned on there though.
But they definitely look different than the guy with the mustache.
Yes.
So we can surmise that anyone in an actual like militant uniform is the king's army, and anyone in normal like
Red.
civilian clothes is going to be like the militia or the rebel
Right.
army.
And they're red too.
Okay.
But make an alertness, everybody.
Everybody.
I got a 1.
Jugs, make it with a plus 20.
Okay.
Okay. Got it?
Oh, yeah. So if I got a plus 20, I got a 23 under 68.
Okay. So you see that you know that this there's a man who's breathing, and you're able to see that his hand grips his gun.
I'm going to pull my own gun out, and I'm like, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And he sits up and points the gun directly at you.
Well, guess I'm going to fire off a shot.
No, friend, not foe. Friend. Friend.
And
He's not our friend.
He could be right now.
I need you to make a contested firearms.
I failed.
He sits up. You point guns at each other. He fires at you. You fired him. You miss. He hits you. You take a gunshot to the shoulder.
Okay.
You take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And he's got blood and stuff on rolling down his face too from his injuries. And he falls back and dies.
I didn't even need to hit him.
Do you want to make a first aid?
Yeah, on myself? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Is that a D10 or a D8?
I passed.
It's only a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a D4. Do you want to roll it or do you want me to roll it?
You roll.
Okay. 2.
Auntie Veronica's not in good shape, so we all know.
Can I do a psychotherapy on her and see if I can fix her?
So you kind of bandage yourself up, and so this war zone that you're in is now like there's barricades, barbed wire, crates of supplies, parked trucks. You're clearly in the middle of a war zone right now.
So if they're having a ball through all this, is there like an entrance that we can see?
No, not nearby. In the distance, like, but not yet.
Like I'm picturing like Agrabah right now. Like, is it kind of like that? Like it's up on like a hill.
Is there any like sheet metal or anything that we could fashion a shield out of?
Make a luck.
Okay. Excuse me.
Make a luck.
May the king bless you.
28.
28. Yeah.
Okay, so I have like engineering as a skill.
Okay.
We could also strip the uniforms off of these 3 dead soldiers and put them on.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Are they salvageable?
They're kind of covered in blood, but
Who the
They're already
fuck
red.
cares?
Who cares?
Already read.
okay. Do you wanna? Okay. You wanna put it on?
Yeah. Do I need to roll from violence?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Sanity from violence.
Trying to get adapted. Hey, I'm adapted to violence now.
Hey. All right. So.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, I guess I gotta roll a. You take 2 points of sanity from seeing this man shoot a person, and die.
Woohoo!
Shoot your auntie.
Guys, I'm adapted now.
About
so
time,
you guys,
kid.
You guys strip these soldiers down, put them on. Thomas is like,
We can use him as a prisoner.
okay. He's like, yeah, whatever it takes. And okay. So you don these.
What kind of weapons did they have?
There are looks like bolt action rifles.
Let's take him.
Might as well to fit the part.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Can we
Make
see?
a disguise.
Ooh. Ugh. I think I have something real fucking low on that. Yeah, that's a big fat fail.
Same.
I only got 10% in disguise.
Okay. Okay. So
Can I still fashion the shield?
your persuade, so you're able to wear that. Yeah, you're able to fashion this shield out of some sheet metal or something like that. It's pretty heavy, but you're able to do it. Your persuades are at -20 right now if you're going to try to persuade somebody that you're part of a guard or whatever. So,
Oof.
You said there were trucks nearby.
yeah.
You want me to drive?
Well, you're all fucked up. Are you good with driving?
I mean, I gave myself a little bit back.
Okay. Why don't we try and hop in a truck?
What are you talking about? I was fucked up when I got shot up by a machine gun and I still made it out.
That's true. Why don't we see if we can steal a truck and make our way to the palace?
Making our way downtown.
Oh, I didn't mention that in this area there's a light machine gun.
Yeah, you did.
Or sandbags.
Yeah, so among the sandbags, there's a machine gun with 4 full boxes of ammunition.
Light machine guns you're able to carry. It doesn't have to stay on a tripod. So,
Grab it.
You want it?
yep,
Grab it.
I do.
Okay.
All right, so fucking Ness is like Terminator.
Cameron, grab a box of ammo. I don't think we're going to need all 4, but grab a box.
I'm going to take some of the old clothes. How big are the boxes?
Like the metal,
The ammo cans.
the ammo.
They're not
cans,
very
yeah.
heavy.
Okay. I'm going to take some of the clothes that we took off to wrap JC Linz's bottle, Cloris's, and mine.
Protect him.
To protect him.
Sure.
And then, like, have one of these ammo boxes plugged in there, too. And I'm going to wrap up Midas so nothing's going to break.
In
Or
your
try not to-
satchel.
Yeah, and then try and put one of these ammos in the satchel.
Or you can pop the ammo can and take some of the
Oh, yeah, or I could just dump the ammo in
Yeah,
in my
the
satchel.
Doesn't say if you put the bottles into the can, that might be really good. Like,
And I mean, among the things that you guys had from, what's his name? Mark Rourke. I mean, he would probably give you a backpack if you want a backpack.
Somebody else can carry a backpack.
Yeah, I'll take
Thomas has a backpack.
Okay. We'll put all of the ammo into his backpack then.
Yeah, okay. I figured you would.
But I'm still going to wrap up all the bottles, especially if we're going to be running and stuff. I don't want them to break.
Okay, sounds good. And you want to make your way to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Make a sanity, whoever's leading.
$95 and a fail.
Okay. All right. So yeah, like as much as the buildings are flickering and like windows are, it's like looking down a kaleidoscope sometimes, the way it shifts and changes. But you make your way to this truck, and you open up the door and.
I'm going to look in the truck first.
Okay. Yeah, it's empty. Make a luck if you want to find some keys.
$53 and a fail.
Yeah, so there's no keys in this truck.
Can you hotwire it? What do you have for crafts?
I have electrician, mechanic, microelectronics, and locksmith.
Mechanic?
Mechanic. Yeah.
That's a fail too.
Okay. Yeah, make sure you check your boxes. All right. So yeah, you're this truck is like unknown to you. It's old and weird and like in a different place. It doesn't have the same type of wiring that you're used to, and you're unable to start it. So you're in this truck. What do you want to do? So you're sitting in this truck. It's one of those big ones that has like can hold a lot of soldiers and stuff like that, you know? And
An LMTV?
And if you look down the road a little ways, you see one of the doors open from one of the buildings, and you see 6 young soldiers in unmarked gray-green uniforms that you haven't seen yet. They look like they're from like World War II. And
Like the ones that might be missing in action. The Delta Green operatives. Oh wait, no, they became the masked gunmen. Never mind.
so these soldiers, they're armed with pistols and light submachine guns. They look incredibly distracted and weary, but they have a young teenage boy with his hands bound behind his back.
Esther's son?
And no. And they start speaking German.
Where the fuck did they come from?
Sprechen Sie English?
They say, Wegen Verbrechen gegen das Gebrech sind sie soon tot wird worden.
I think we just hunker down here until they pass.
And so this man who said that, he grabs a rope, he throws it over a lamppost, and he ties the noose around this boy's neck. Then the other soldiers, they grab the other end of the rope and they hoist him up, and he's hanging there, jerking. And
Is this on a flat plane? Like, are they flat from us?
yeah, they're like just down the road a little ways.
Okay, so
and
it's not on a hill or anything.
no, and they're, holding. These other soldiers are holding this rope and waiting for this boy to die,
We gotta do something.
and they're jerking.
Why?
Gonna let a kid die?
There's 6 of them.
It's not. I know it sucks. There's always casualties. We can't put ourselves at risk. It sucks, I know, but we can't. We can't.
Not our circus, not our monkey.
If we
Well-
stop to help every single person, we're never gonna make it.
I mean, the same could have been said about Asa and the baby, or the kid.
I understand that. I do. But we are outnumbered, and they also have small machine guns. We were outgunned here.
We have the element of surprise.
For one of them.
Make an alertness.
Fail.
Fail.
Nope.
You see a little tiny rock hit the window. Make another alertness.
I
Pass.
appreciate you trying.
Ooh, critical success on you.
Mm-hmm.
Critical fail on me.
Success.
All right, so eventually the boy stops jerking, and they drop him, and then they walk off. And you, with your critical success, you look and you see a gaunt, skinny, almost skeletal face in one of the windows. And they say, they see this face, and then they go, they motion for you guys to come in.
Okay.
Right outside the door, or right outside the truck.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. So, do you guys make your way there? Okay. And you see you see these hollow-faced, they look like they've been starving. Just civilians, non-combatants, kind of trapped here. And quite a few of them, they come rising out of basements and cellars nearby and into this from this basement that they've been staying in, and into this main room in this apartment, or this bottom floor of this building. And this kind of older woman comes up, and she's skinny like the rest of them, and she starts speaking in this strange dialect that you can't place. What do you do? She makes a motion. Is anybody wearing anything? Jewelry? Earrings?
Summer.
What? What?
Summer?
Summer.
Wasn't that her name?
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Oh, no. Different lady.
I'm like, Summer, what the fuck are you talking about?
Same dialect?
Same. What do you mean same?
Like
No.
same language?
Different. Sunshine sounded like he or she was speaking gibberish. This woman sounds like she's speaking the Tartessian language that you guys don't know.
Mm.
English?
So you say English to her,
Uh-huh.
and she says, "Yes,
Who are you?
my name is John Sally." I was not expecting you to ask her what her name was. Sorry.
John Sally. That's a great name.
Silda.
Silda.
My name is Silda.
Why'd you call us over?
You look like you could use some help.
Don't we look like agents? Part of the King's army?
Oh, you don't look like them. We could tell right away. You're trying to sneak, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. We can help you.
Okay.
Do you have anything to trade? We need food. Maybe you have jewelry. We could trade you safe passage for food or jewelry.
Can I trade her my phone? Has gold inside of it.
Say there's gold inside of this device.
There's gold,
I'll pull mine
copper.
out too.
Okay, so you guys are just, you want to give up your phone?
I don't know, because I have videos of that fucking mechanical lion online.
Cameron, you just have lots of dick pics.
Does-
Just like, ooh.
Shitter
Shitter
selfies.
So many shitter selfies.
Does Thomas have a wedding ring?
Oh,
I for safe passage.
I know. I
He
know.
says- He's holding it, he's swirling it around in his hand.
It's to get to Abby. I
He
know
says-
what it means to you, but it's to get to Abby.
There's no back.
She would have wanted it this way. And he takes it off and he gives it to her. She says, "Thank you. Thank you. You fed us for a while longer. Can lead you through." palace, right?
Yes.
Can lead you as close as we can get you.
Perfect.
And so she says, follow me.
Okay.
And make your way, and there's, down, outside into like this area that's seems to be kind of a safer area away from the gunfire. And there's a manhole cover, and two of these skinny looking young men, they lift up the manhole cover as she approaches, and she starts climbing down into like this sewer. And if you guys follow, so you travel underground with her, and on the way there's people standing around, just they hide in the sewers. And eventually, through the muck and stuff of this old abandoned sewer, you make your way. Not saying that you walked through the sewer, but
yeah.
Eventually you make your way, and there's a ladder, and she climbs up and she says, "This will put you near the tractor factory."
Tractor factory?
Yeah. Says, "This is as far as we can get you.
How much further to the palace?
Beyond this, then there's another factory after this one. The clockwork factory. You can make it there. You can't miss it. Then from there, there's only one place to go. To the palace." She says, "This is as far as I can take you. It's dangerous up there."
On the way there, I'm going to be making small talk with her. I just want to confirm. So these uniforms that we stole, these are in fact the king's uniforms.
Yes.
Okay. What is this war about? What is going on? We just showed up here and it's chaos. What's going on?
Oh, this war has been going on for years. It's between this country and that country.
As we get closer, we're going to need to look like we're going to a ball. So keep in mind that if you're looking around and see anywhere where we can get gussied up.
We're not going to stumble upon a clothing.
I'm not saying we're going to stumble upon a clothing store, but might stumble upon somebody that might be willing to give us their clothing and a mask.
Do you think this is going to be a ticket in?
Nah, it's just a menu.
Love and Kisses Abby.
Does it look like we need to go through the factory? Like, is that kind of the heading that she's giving us? We need to go through them or around them?
Yeah, you need to go through.
The only way out is through.
Mm-hmm.
Recurring theme.
The only way out is through. All right. Any immediate, surveilling around, is there any immediate danger from crossing over to the factory?
Yeah, so she was warning about this. She says this area right here is monitored by gunfire. So making your way through there is incredibly dangerous. And yeah.
Do we know what side the gunfire is coming from?
It's from the open, in the open area. It'll just come from the right side.
Okay.
Kind of like a no man's land area right here. So to make your way from here to there, you guys gotta roll.
You should have brought your ghillie suit.
Right?
So I want to tell everybody, is it a stealth roll?
No, it's it's 2 sand rolls. And then we'll see what happens if you pass or fail that.
Can I load as many people up, like Veronica, Vanessa, and behind the shield off to their right and try to make our way across? Does that give us a bonus at all?
Sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah. So It'll give you a bonus to whether or not you get hit. So, but I need whoever's leading, or I need everybody who's crossing to make a sand roll, and old Thomas is gonna make one. Gonna make one too.
3.
I failed.
Okay. Damn it! I missed
You had one job,
I
Kevin.
missed the box. I missed the. Shit.
I failed.
I need like a funnel.
It doesn't get any more funnel than that, buddy.
All right, I'll try again. It landed on its side.
Cacked.
Cacked.
All right, so who passed? Who failed?
Pass.
Failed.
Fail.
Pass for Thomas. So, you two who failed, you kind of, to them, they like blip forward. Meanwhile, you're like, you try to go and you're immediately back to where you started. And
Those of us that failed.
those of you that succeeded.
Oh.
So you and I popped forward.
Yeah. So,
You need to fail these.
We're suddenly in backwards land.
and so
Not
now,
open.
like, it's just you and Thomas behind your shield, right? And I need you and Thomas to make a luck roll. Make it at plus 20 for your shield.
Thank you for that. No, that didn't help. 93.
$62.
So Tom.
Thomas is.
Yeah, Tom got it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he kind of blips forward too, but you failed.
Mhm.
Is that right? All right. You take 3 points of damage as like one of the bullets just kind of slices your leg. Kind of take like a graze. All right, everybody make sand rolls.
Fuck.
Critical fail.
I failed.
I succeeded.
So you succeeded. You passed. I critically passed. So, who failed?
Critically.
You critically. Okay. So you're bloop, on to the other side now, and you're safe. And you passed. Was that your second? Or no, you failed. That's your second failure.
My first failure.
Your first failure. So you're about halfway now.
You'd be like by me.
Yeah, you're by
how,
him.
How many hit points did I take? 3?
3.
3. Okay.
Thomas had. Did Thomas fail last time?
Yeah, he
No, he succeeded
Oh, yeah.
last
he
time.
succeeded, but at the plus 20,
The luck.
the luck he
Right.
made it.
So just so you know what happens, it's 2 sanity rolls to make it across, and then it's a luck roll if you succeed the sanity roll to avoid getting hit by a bullet. And so he succeeded twice now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's gonna take some damage potentially. I gotta roll a luck though, but he doesn't have the shield anymore. You still have it though.
And I succeeded, so do I need to roll luck then too, Kev? To see if I take damage?
She passed the sanity
I
roll.
passed my sand, so I'm stuck in the middle.
Yeah. So make a luck. Bullets whiz by Thomas. Right, he doesn't get hit though.
I passed with a 32.
Okay, so yeah, you take. Oh, it's 1 point from shrapnel, if you pass luck,
Okay.
and so Thomas, right, he takes 1 point as well. All right, you're there, Jess, Jugs, whatever. You're on the other side, and suddenly you're watching them as they're trying to make their way across, and you I want you to make a sanity as you're watching them.
Fail.
Okay. So you're like, come on. you know? And what do you want to do to help them get across?
I don't know what my options are, honestly.
So you look and your head starts to hurt a little bit and you see the ground start to rumble where you're looking. And you know that
Shit.
you're causing that with your mind.
Well, that's a new development.
And Cameron and I are pretty close to each other.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
Make it int times 5 real quick.
Fail.
Okay. And you're like, I don't know what else to do. I'm just going to
That's what I said.
close my eyes, right? And, all right. Hold that thought. I need everybody to, I need Thomas, you, and you both to make a roll. Make a sanity to get across this last patch.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
98.
All right, so you guys blip forward. See if Thomas does the same. He does not. Make a luck with him. 98.
Mm.
So you see Thomas, he's trying to make it across. He's halfway through, and a bullet just right into his side, right? So Thomas, right, he's taken 6 points of damage so far. He's gonna try again.
You have a hell of a time with that fucking right
know.
ear.
Another success.
This is not the time for you to roll well, Kev.
I'm so sorry.
We're going to lose Tom.
Yep. I'm not going back out there.
No.
And he looks at you guys and he says, "Tell Abby I tried." A bullet just hits him in the chest and he falls. And so you make your way. So you look and you look like you start running away from the gunfire as much as you can. All three of you just take off. And you start seeing diminishing signs of combat. Starting to be more quiet. It's becoming more in the distant behind you as you're getting out of the war zone that you were in. And the sounds of gunfire are faded. And in the distance, you can see some people walking in the streets. You see some thin smoke creeping up from the chimneys. As you're walking, these people are just ignoring you. They're not like making, like they're not unaware of the war, but they're not being social. They look like scared, like the war could come at them at any minute. And who knows how long they've been tormented by this war. And so you see, now that you're here in this place, 3 large buildings stand out. You see this factory that she was talking about. She said you can't miss it because on the top of it, it almost looks like there's a merry-go-round even on the very top of it. It's really weird looking. And you see what looks like a gallery is the other building that looks substantial. The factory is in front of you, and it is a huge wooden building, and it looks like it's built on a pier that juts out over Lake Holly, which is what you were up there. It's down here.
You said there were 3 buildings that stick out. So one's the clockwork that we were looking for. One's a gallery. What's the other one? Can we tell?
The palace.
The palace. Okay.
Can we hunker down for a minute? I got hit by a bullet and I need
Oh, yeah.
I need
First
some
aid.
health.
Yeah.
I need some help. Anyway, some help.
You got 10 under 70.
Nice.
Right on.
You want to roll a d4?
Do you want to roll it or do you want me to?
Roll it.
Don't let me roll it. I'll roll garbage.
1.
Better than nothing.
Thank you.
I tried.
I only got
appreciate you.
one tampon left.
Can you first aid yourself too?
I already did. Unless we want to hunker down in this place for a while to try to recoup.
Can we hunker down here for a week till we regain health?
I don't think it's going to work like that. Is the clockwork factory next to the palace or is the gallery in between?
Okay. So it looks like you can go through either one to make it to the palace. You have to go through one of these 2 buildings to get to the palace on the other side of the lake.
So we can make a choice?
Yeah.
She said the clockwork.
Is there any place where we could hunker down for an extended the balls tonight though, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not an ongoing ball for like ever and ever. She said to go through the clockwork.
She said to go through the clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
I will lead the way. You guys need to stay behind me. I'm good on health and I have the machine gun. Clockwork.
Okay, so
I'll
you
go
want to go through
first.
there. Okay, sure. So you make your way into this clockwork factory. And this strange contraption is on the roof. It kind of looks like a,
Carousel.
merry-go-round carousel. Yeah, it's weird. But you... So there's a pier, right? And then this building is built on this pier. And you realize that, so this building kind of looks like almost like a boardwalk mall. And so from the doors of the mall, the palace looks exactly like that postcard that you found at Barbas's mailbox. And so you go in, and so in the interior of this mall, there's a vast, airy, and dimly lit. It's dimly lit and quite large. Water drips in from the ceiling in pools and cracks and potholes. There's a bunch of machine parts everywhere, and they're piled around, and it looks like they're clumped in groups with specific parameters. So bronze, cogs of various sizes, hinges, things like that. As you make your way deeper into the structure, you see a trail of candles. The candles are lit, and some of them are placed upon strange clockwork machines. And everybody make an alertness.
That one.
I made it.
Um,
44 under 48.
you see a thin shadowed figure in a red robe. He's carrying this box and he is moving rapidly through the stacks of shelving and strange machines.
Is it fucking Barbus?
And you see a Chiquita Bananas logo on the box as he's walking through, and he disappears. And then in the center of the room, lit by candlelight, you see a short, stocky man with a large beard, and he's bald on top with hair going out. And he says, "My young friends, come closer."
Do we recognize him?
No, you don't. He says, "My name's Ambrose."
That name sounds familiar.
We've seen it before. Can I do an int times 5?
Yeah.
To try and remember where we saw Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 10.
You remember that you found a locket with his name on it. And so he says, "What brings you here?"
The ball.
"Oh, yes, of course." He's wearing this strange silvery robe. Doesn't have any markings on it. And he's carrying like a giant monkey wrench in his hand.
What do you know about the ball?
He says, "Oh, that's the masquerade. Yes. Well, the masquerade is for the king, yes."
Well, we have invitations, but we're just a little underdressed. Do you know where we could
Acquire.
acquire or get gussied up?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have clothing here you can wear if you'd like.
That would be awesome. Do you know first aid by chance?
First aid,
Or
no.
medicine?
No, I can put this monkey wrench on you. And he says, "Well, here, just come over here and I'll show you the. Let me see your invitations here." And he takes these 4 and he goes over to this machine and he feeds them into this machine. And eventually he comes back and he says, "Well, here's your official invitations to the ball." And you have a more official looking invitation. And then nearby on a bunch of tables, Veronica, you see a table that is just full of X-Acto knives. It is lined up and it says, "For Veronica." You see another table that says, with a bunch of cameras and film, it says, "For Marcus." You see some guns that are yours. You've seen several of them. They're lined up and it just says Vanessa on it. And all of these things, like you see just copies of things throughout your campaign, throughout this story. Just several copies of like items that you found, and you see a bunch of boxes and diagrams for Abby's apartment. And a lot of the things that are lined up, you see, tape recorders and things like that. And it's as though this whole time they've been preordaining and creating these things to have placed for you in the exact right moment in which you would need them. And I need you all to make a sanity.
Are we the fucking guests of honor?
But you also find other things that aren't for just you.
I failed.
I failed.
Failed.
Okay. All right, you all take 3 points of sanity from this realization that like these items that you are hold dear to you, or like that are important to you, there's just copies of them all over the place. And he says, "We've been expecting you for quite some time."
Glad we could make it for you.
And fade to black. And we will find out what happens on the next episode.